Whenever I'm passing through Dundrum shopping centre, I always think about my granddad and how he used to work here. Well, he didn't actually work in this shopping centre. He died long before it was ever built. Sadly, he passed when I was a baby. But he worked in the massive factory that used to be here before this was. This young man is Paddy Brennan, my granddad. And for a big chunk of his life, he worked as an engineer in the pie factory in Dundrum. The pie company was a British company and was a manufacturer of consumer electronics. And it was the biggest employer in the area from the 1940s until it closed in the 1980s. Pie was at one point iconic and was famous for being an early manufacturer of radio receivers. And later into the 60s and 70s, TV sets. This would have been around the time of the broadcasting boom, and they would even rent out TVs for special events. And that's because to buy one, it would set you back about $3,000 in today's money. The 1970s and 80s saw the rise of Japanese electronics brands like Sony, and their TVs were going for a fraction of what Pie was charging. Pie simply couldn't compete with those prices and closed up shop here in Dundrum in 1985. The iconic brand faded into obscurity, but the name still lives on here in Dundrum. And whenever I pass this pub, I always think of my granddad.